All right. Side of the hand. Even though I feel like I'm in a stress or survival mode, and it's affecting my eating, it's affecting my ability to eat healthy. And even though it makes me feel I deeply and completely accept myself. And even though all this COVID-19 bull has me stuck in a survival mode, and it's affecting my ability to eat healthy food or a healthy way of eating. And even though this survival mode is making me feel that's just how I feel right now. And I honor and respect myself. Even though my ability to eat healthy food and have a healthy eating routine is being affected by this survival mode and the stress of COVID-19. And it's making me feel that's just how I feel right now. And I honor and accept myself. Top of the head. When I think about how this is affecting my eating, I feel I'm really feeling when I think about how stressed I am and how it's affecting my eating, I feel and then it makes me think about and then that makes me feel being stuck in survival mode is making me feel when I think about my eating habits right now, I'm feeling just vent on whatever you're feeling right now. Whatever you're feeling, just vent it out. And that's just how I feel. And I accept myself. Hands on your heart. Okay, so the first one we're gonna do is a choices statement on feeling defeated and helpless. And again, if any of these words don't resonate with you, you can change them. So when you do a choices statement, it's a little bit different. It's gonna feel a little bit repetitive or maybe redundant, but there's a method to this and it works really well. So bear with me. So on the side of the hand, Even though I'm feeling defeated and helpless, I choose to be in control. I choose to have control over what I can and to release what I cannot. Top of the head. Even though I'm feeling defeated and helpless, I choose to be in control. I choose to have control over what I can and release what I cannot control. Inside the eyebrow. Even though I'm feeling defeated and helpless, I choose to have control over what I can and release what I cannot. Side of the eye. Even though I'm feeling defeated and helpless, I choose to claim control over the parts of my life that I can control. And I choose to release those parts that I cannot. Under the eye. Even though part of me is feeling defeated and helpless, I choose to take control of all of the aspects of my life that I can control. And I choose to release and let go of everything that I can't control. Under the nose. Even though part of me is feeling defeated and helpless, I choose to claim control over what I can control. And I choose to let go of everything I cannot control. Even though part of me is feeling defeated and helpless, I choose to be in control. I choose to be in control of my reactions. I choose to be in control of my eating. I claim that control now. Collarbone. Even though a small part of me still feels defeated and helpless, I choose to claim control over everything that I can control, like my eating. I claim control over everything that I have power with. And I let go of anything else. Under the arm. Even though a small part of me still feels defeated and helpless, I choose to claim my power. I choose to be in control of my eating because I'm a woman of power. Inside the wrist. I choose to be in control of my eating. I choose to take control of every aspect of my life that I can have control of, including what goes in my mouth. I claim my power. And so it is. So let's take a moment now. All right, so now we're going to tap on shame and discouraged in the choices tapping method again. And again, if it doesn't resonate, you can change the words because you're at home. Do whatever the hell you want. Okay. So on the side of the hand, even though I feel shame and discouraged, When I think about my eating during this time, I choose to have compassion for myself. And I choose to honor and accept myself. Top of the head. Even though I'm feeling shame and I'm feeling discouraged when I think about my eating at this time, I'm choosing self-compassion. And I'm choosing to be gentle with myself during this time. Inside the eyebrow. Even though I'm feeling discouraged and ashamed, when I think about my eating during this pandemic, I choose to be compassionate for myself. I choose to honor and accept myself. I choose to see that I'm doing the best that I can do. Side of the eye. Even though I'm feeling discouraged and ashamed when it comes to my eating, I choose compassion for myself as I acknowledge that this is a very difficult time for our entire world. I choose to honor and accept myself and see that I'm doing the best that I can do. Under the eye. Even though part of me is feeling discouraged and ashamed about my eating, I am choosing compassion. I am choosing love and acceptance for myself. Under the nose. Even though part of me is still feeling ashamed and discouraged about my eating, I choose compassion for myself. I choose self-love. I choose honor and respect of my body. And I accept myself. Even though part of me is still feeling discouraged and ashamed, I'm choosing compassion for me. Compassion for eating in the way that I'm choosing to eat. Compassion for myself to make the best choices for me. Collarbone. Even though part of me is still ashamed and discouraged, I choose compassion. Compassion for myself, compassion for my world. And I choose honor and self-love. Under the arm. Even though a little bit of me is still discouraged and ashamed, I choose compassion. I choose self-love. And I choose self-acceptance. I understand that this is a difficult time and I'm doing the best I can do. Inside the wrist. Even though there's a small part of me that's still feeling ashamed and discouraged, I choose compassion. I choose self-love. And I choose to be gentle with myself. I've never had to go through this before. And I'm handling it in the best way that I can. And so it is. So now let's take a moment. All right, so last tapping round. We're going to be tapping choices method on sadness and grief. Okay? Even though I'm feeling sad and grief, I choose gratitude for my health. Top of the head. Even though I'm feeling sadness and grief when I think about this whole COVID-19, I'm choosing gratitude for my health, for my well-being, for knowing that my needs are being met. Inside the eyebrow. Even though I'm feeling sadness and grief, I'm choosing gratitude. Gratitude in my health, gratitude for my surroundings. Side of the eye. Even though part of me is still feeling sadness and grief about this COVID-19 situation, I choose gratitude. Gratitude for my ability to make the best choices for myself. Even though part of me is still feeling sadness and grief, I choose to be grateful. Grateful for my health, and grateful for my ability to eat in the most healthy way I can. Under the nose. Even though part of me is still feeling sad and grief, I choose to be grateful. Grateful for those around me, even remotely. Grateful for my health. And even though part of me is still feeling sad and is still feeling grief, I'm choosing gratitude. Gratitude for my health. Collarbone. Even though part of me is still feeling sad and is still feeling grief, I choose gratitude. I choose to be grateful for, fill it in, whatever you're feeling grateful for. Under the arm. Even though I'm still feeling a little bit sad and grief and grieving with this whole COVID-19, I choose to feel grateful for inside the wrist. And even though a little part of me is still sad, I choose to be grateful for and so that is. Okay, so that was our tapping for healthy eating free group call that we just had. And if you have any questions or if you have any thoughts, you're welcome to reach out to me. Female Empowerment EFT is my website. Female Empowerment EFT at Gmail is my email. And as always, feel free to reach out and keep tapping and keep reducing that stress, because that's really the best thing that we can be doing for ourselves right now in this moment. And I do want to share with you that I am offering a free call on Wednesday and for parents, and then I'm also doing some very inexpensive group tapping calls the following week. So if you'd like to check any of those out, if you'd like to learn more about them, you can just go to my website, Female Empowerment EFT, and there's a link right on the home page of how you can join one of our tapping groups. And I hope that you join us and continue to tap. Thank you again.